Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. Where I do what I do for you. It's early in the morning, so let's get it started. Right is 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. Pay attention. Talk about life. You tune in to receive the messages, the lessons. I hope they're working out for you. That's why you keep tuning in. I'm gonna keep giving it to you. Oh, I got something for you today. Good one. Let's go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Rightism. Excuse me. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life, that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, is to get you the information you need so that you can know thyself. If you tune in, practice them, you'll find out for yourself. That's how you know thyself. I got the lessons for you. All you got to do is tune in, receive them, and use them. Let's do this. Know thyself. I ask a question daily. Do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. That's what I do for you. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, God in you, right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Oh, I just got a power surge. All right. Today, excuse me, again, life lesson. Excuse me. So let's talk about life. Right thinkers? Let's talk about knowing the rules, aka laws of this game called life, but it's more and more like learning, understanding the rules of this game called life. Okay? It's a long title, but that's the purpose. You need to learn, you need to understand, and you need to manifest for yourself so you understand how this game is played. I'm helping you with that, so let's do what we do. Excuse me. That's some glare in my glasses. Remember, life lessons. This is another one. Yes, the physical world in which the spirit is encased in the body has rules. We got five senses that we had to use to navigate through this world in the physical world, in the body. Okay. But this human life we have, excuse me, let me go through this, has rules and laws. We have to abide by, aka we call it the game of life. It's a game because you got to interact, so to speak. And the way to win this game of life is to end game is to know thyself. So my goal is to get you in position so that you can win in the end. And if you go through life playing the game and you're having fun and accumulating stuff and doing stuff and not having knowledge of self, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna repeat life again. It's called reincarnation. The name of this game is to not come back. Why? We wanna go home. Like E.T. Go home. There's things you can do while you're here to make that possible. That's my point. And playing the game of life, this is what you need to be doing. We, when we're born into this physical world, we become players in the human world. Okay, understand that. But as players, once we're born, you are in control, so to speak. So you are what you make yourself. You are what you believe you are. You are what you think. So gaining self knowledge. Well, what's self knowledge? Knowledge of self and your higher self. Knowing the ego self is part of the game. Understand your higher self is how you win the game. Watch this. We all know who we are, so we think. But gaining self-knowledge is the main hustler's rule, so to speak, in this game called life. Why? In order to be successful, meaning knowing thyself, when this life is over, you go that way. If you don't learn, you don't acquire knowledge, self-knowledge. If you don't acquire knowledge of self, reincarnation, you'll be back again. And unbeknownst to you, it ain't the first time. Okay, our spirit has been around a long time. It's been understood that if you wake it up, that's got to keep going back until somebody wakes it up. Mine got lucky. Let's go. The goal of this game of life, according to our ancient Egyptians, which I study, concepts was to what? Reach Nihas, aka spiritual enlightenment. That's becoming spiritually enlightened, knowing thyself, okay? Conquering all the stuff that you need to make sure that you have knowledge of self by manifesting the things that you're learning, aka spiritual truths. I was told I'm not a God-fearing man. I will use the Bible. We was getting to God before the Bible. Just leave that right there. Okay, no, I don't use the Bible. I have been playing, aka living this life for a while now. I got 66 years in. And I have learned a few things that I can pass on. Again, life lessons. I'm only going to teach you what I've experienced, what I know. I do a lot of reading, okay? But I do a lot of living. I manifest what I learned. That's self-mastery. That's how you win this game of life. If you right now, if the Grim Reaper came to my door, okay, I put my pen down, shut it down. Why? That's it. Party's over. When the Grim Reaper came, they kick, scream, and fight. No, no, no. I ain't that type of dude. Why? I know better. So that's why. When you got your house in order, whenever you come get a visit, you good. Okay, understand that. The game of life, and it has rules. Any game that you play has rules. Okay, understand that. But the one in life is you need to know everything you could and should about oneself before you conquer or venture out into anything else. So the game of life is to play it on your terms. Right now, that's where I am. I don't know how I got here. I ain't squawking, I ain't complaining, but I'm here. Who the thought? So moving on. Okay, watch this. A master, and that's what I am, of self, aka winners in this game of life. Why? Because once you live right and you get rewarded and blessed and you wake up and know who you are, life is fun. Life is just every day you go through it. Why? Because when it's over, I know where I'm going. If you're in doubt to where you're going to end up, check me out. I can help you with that. Why? Because you need to know thyself. And when you do that, you know where you end up. That's why. In this game of life, it had two ways you can play it. Remember, Maya gives you a choice. If you're in a position where you don't have options, you have a choice, that's not a good position to be in. Okay? And in life, once you take away your options of freedom, that's become the system, party's over. Okay, they're gonna tell you what to do. But you got two ways you can play it, right? Or wrong. Your choice. Okay? And that's the bottom line. Where we at? Yeah. When I was on the streets, aka hustling, playing the game, I was good at that. Okay, did that business, but it takes practice. It takes time. Okay, you don't get good at something without what putting in the work and the time. Okay, from that, I'm a master of streetology. When I hit the streets, I'm familiar with what area, what's going on, how what's happening, what. That's what I used to do. So I'm still familiar with going back to the streets, the essence of where I come from. What's this? And yes, I also have a master's degree from where? Tons of Fun University. That's the real life college that you do every day. My classroom ain't no out here in the real world. And I mastered that, so I understand it. Now, what's this? With self mastery, I can teach others. If I don't have it, I can't give it. Self mastery, teach others to what? Know thyself. That's my mission. I'm on a mission. aka self-mastery like me. All right thinkers should want to be like me. Now, not me, but knowing thyself like me. Finding you for yourself. Knowing you for yourself. Putting the work in you need to do for yourself. And that would be self-rewarding. That's self-mastery. That's what right thinking philosophy wants all right thinkers to do. Know themselves. I don't get into other stuff. Nope. Just know themselves. Let's go. Okay, how you like this? Knowing thyself is what? Mastering or learning and what? Living by those lessons that you learn, aka the rules of life. There's certain rules you got to abide by. If you set a routine, get up, take care of business, do what you're supposed to do. That's a set routine. At the period of time, you get good at that. And then you end up what? Mastering it. So it becomes second nature. Obtaining knowledge, studying every day to show yourself improve, and doing the things that you read and learn, manifesting for yourself. That's how it's done. Moving on. Right thinking philosophy does what? Teaches you the rules and the laws you need to know to what? In order to win this game of life in the end. Knowing thyself is how you win in the end. But the things you do before then is what determine how you win. Put your work in. The rules and laws of this game of life applies to everybody. You learn and you live what? What's right from yours truly, Mr. Right. I'm just trying to give you an avenue. I ain't saying mine's the only way, but I know mine is a way. That's I can guarantee you. This way works. Why? This is what I use. Okay, I'm only gonna give you what I use. Why? You can't lose with what I use. Why? It works. That's why. Life is a game, again, where what? Where you as the player have to think, aka acquire knowledge of the rules and what? Then master them. Remember the aspects of your character. Every one you want to get on top of it, master it. And that's what self-mastery is all about. Knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is what? Being God conscious. I don't run around raising the roof, all that nonsense, but I'm always conscious of God. Why? I keep God in my mind on God. Being ignorant of God is self-conscious. That's ego. The ego knows itself. It's conscious of itself, but it hasn't raised its level of consciousness to know its higher self. So all it do know is itself. Hence, the ego know God. Edge God out. When you're doing the ego, you edge God out. It's all about me, I. That's not godly. Okay, how about this? To play this game of life without self-knowledge or knowledge of self, woo, this will be one hell of a fight. Life without knowledge of self is one hell of a fight. Why? Because you're going to constantly go through fetters. You're going to constantly put yourself in bad predicaments with through what? Lack of knowledge. Ain't that what the prophet Hosea said over 2,000 years ago? And we're still doing it. If you go through life ignorant of yourself, every day is a spiritual fight, and you losing. If you're not elevating spiritually, that means you're still on a lower level. You're still serving yourself. Okay? You can't raise until you do something for somebody else. Cool. That's why the first three levels, the chakras, is about self-preservation, sexual reproduction, and just getting through surviving. Okay? Those are levels. That's lower level. That's beastly. The animals do that. When you have compassion, that's why the fourth level is the heart. The heart is midway. The four. 1, 2, 3 down here. 5, 6, 7 up here. The heart is in the middle. That's the changing point right there. So understand that. Get knowledge of self. Understand the game that you're playing. Okay? And take heed to your what? Inner voice. There's a voice inside you. Okay? The game of life is what? All about what? Obtaining self knowledge. We call it spiritual knowledge. That's God knowledge, self-knowledge, God knowledge, all the same thing, but you have to obtain it and manifest it, and you know for yourself, okay? And that is what? Living right. When you got right understanding, you got right knowledge, you got the right attitude, you're going to do the right thing. That's how it's done. You can't get wrong to be right, and you can't make right wrong. So if you're doing the right thing, oh, good things that happen. You can't tell me you're doing the right thing, but life is beating you down because, oh man, my luck just bad. Bad things just ain't right. No, 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 no. Don't work that way. Okay, I ain't the one. This is game of life. Watch this. No, in this game of life, you either learn your spiritual truth, live by them, or stay ignorant and do this all over again. Your choice. When you gain knowledge of self, by what? Learning and living what you learn daily and following yours truly, Mr. Right. This I'm showing you every day what you can do the right way. That's what I'm trying to show you. I ain't just blowing smoke. I'm here every day for you, doing what I do. That's why I do what I do, to show you and to help you be your best you. Let's go. Not a whole bunch of words. I'm here, doing what I do. Where we at? Now, when I was ignorant, my life was consistent fight. Nothing good ever happened. Always going the wrong way. Why? My way I was living. Now, with knowledge of self, I'm an enlightened being. I just live right, and things work out. Why you think that is? When you change your thought process, change how you live, your luck will change. I remember my philosophy, or our philosophy was, it wasn't for bad luck, I have no luck at all. Now, bad luck, not so much. All good. Why? That's how I'm living. It's a simple concept. All right, here we go. Last one. Now, the purpose of life, or this game we call life, is to what? Know thyself. And by doing that, what happens? You go home. Body to earth, spirit to heaven. But the caveat is the spirit have to get enlightened while it's in the body on earth. That's your job. At the play of this game called life. Watch this. The purpose of life to know yourself and what to go home. What you mean? I tell you, we're spiritual beings, not just human beings. Humans die. Spiritual beings don't. That's why. And you understand that, the body is going to stay here. But in the spirit, if you live right, do right, and gain your understanding, knowledge of self, you're going home. You ain't got to be here no more. Then I hear they said, okay, this ain't my thing. They say once the spirit go home, you have a choice to either come back again to help your spirit, God, all that good stuff. When I get home, I'm staying home. Been out here too long, obviously. I think that for my spirit. So when it gets up there, see you. I'm helping you while I'm here. How about that? When I'm gone, see you. Moving on. I'm not beat for that. I'm gonna come. No, no, no. I'm good. Moving on. Now, if you become an enlightened being, aka right thinking master, you're conscious of who you are. And that's the name of this game of life. That means you win. Ding, 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 ding. You get the prize. You get to go home. Okay? A lot of us don't have a clue. But if you start learning and paying attention, there's a purpose. And if you don't get it this time, don't worry, you'll be back trying again. It ain't my job. That's your job. All right? The goal, again, in this game of life is to know thyself, that we are the spirit and we can come back by choice. When you reincarnate, you ain't got a choice. You got another choice, okay? But when you elevate, you get there, you want to go back. Now, when Christ got there, God, he's mad, I ain't going back down there. So y'all wait for him to come back. He ain't coming. If I came to visit your house and you kill me, and I get a chance to come back, I'm not coming back to your house. So just the concept, think about it. Right, here you go, right there, wrap it up. Right thinkers goal all the time. My right thinkers, your goal is to not to what? Be reincarnated. Come back. This is cool. I've been here. I got 66 years in. I don't want no more of that. I don't know how many times I won before I did this, but I know this time is This is it for the kid. Okay. Right thinkers, you don't want to reincarnate. That means you didn't learn your lesson while you was here. Take stock and consider that. Watch this. But watch this. Right thinkers goal is to not be reincarnated, but what? To go home. Why? Because you found and know who you are. So home is where your next agenda is. Not reincarnated because you don't know yourself. The concept is the ba, which is recognized by the falcon, but it needs your head. That means your conscious got to fit your body, your spirit. I told you, heart, mind, coherence. The head goes on the body. Now, when the body dies, when the spirit leaves, it got what? Conscious. It's gonna know who it is when it goes home. That's why I have wings. I want to go home. Set your ego is birthbound. This is his domain. We're spiritual beings, not humans. We're spiritual, having human experience. But this human experience is going to run out. The spirit don't. Get the concept. Last one. Hope you get the concept. I played this game of life by the rules and the laws, and I won some and I lost some. But now I'm winning. Yeah, that's right thing of philosophy's goal. To win in life by what? Knowing thyself. Hope all right things reach their goal for yourself. That's my mission to get you to do that. I'll be back with more. Hope you learned the lesson. We got more.